Hey Leo, thanks for checking out your weekly forecast for November 1st through the 7th. This is going to be for Leo's sun, moon, and rising. If you happen to stumble upon this video outside of the dates I mentioned, don't you worry your pretty little head. You found it whenever you were meant to, whenever it was time to hear the messages in it. Keep in mind these are general readings. Not every single message will resonate, but take the ones that do, leave the ones that don't. Without further ado, Leo, let's see what's going on for you guys. We are coming into new moon energy in the coming week, so we'll also be seeing how that energy might be affecting you. Let's go ahead and see what's happening here for Leo, sun, moon, and rising. That feels nice and thoroughly shuffled. I like my cards thoroughly shuffled. Your first card coming up here, Leo, is the Ace of Wands. I was going to say Ace of Wands. Ace of Swords. Silly me. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is good. This is like nice, fresh, clear thinking. It's ideas. It can be communication, information being revealed, or defining things, putting a label on things, getting a game plan on how things are going to be moved forward with. It can also come up sometimes in the form of contracts or agreements with others, like we're kind of talking things through, figuring things out. For me, in my readings, Ace of Swords is a card that comes up when there's a clearing in the crown chakra. So the crown chakra is the chakra where we process thought, we process thinking. So when I see the Ace of Swords, this is like limited thinking is being cleared and removed. We are seeing solutions where once we saw problems. We're finding ways to do things easier, to work smarter, not harder, to work more efficiently. Okay. Now I feel here, this is really interesting. If you watch like your moon sign or rising sign, some of you have seen the Ace of Swords come up in your moon or in your rising, and you've heard me describe it in different ways. Last week it came up for somebody, I don't know if it was you or somebody else, and I felt like it was like the way the hand was grabbing the sword by the blade made me feel that it was this sense or this feeling of like rushing the idea and then hurting yourself in the process. So like just because the idea comes in, you don't have to jump on it right away. That's what I felt last time it came in for somebody. This week, I can't remember what time it came up for somebody else. And I felt like Spirit was saying, it might have been Cancer. Like as the idea comes in, don't jump on the first idea and just stick with it and stop the thinking process. Like let the whole thinking process happen. Let all the ideas come in. The feeling and the sense that I'm getting from this for you guys, it's really interesting. It's like I feel like someone tried to corner you, Leo, or someone's gonna try to corner you with like, this is what you have to do, Leo, this is the solution, this is the way out. But all of a sudden you're having this epiphany, like you're just like, I can just see like your face, I can just like see like your eyes opening up, like, oh my gosh, that's it. That's it. Why didn't I think of this before? That's the solution. That's, whoa. And so you're feeling like this idea came in at just the right moment or just the right time because somebody was going to push you into a corner or take advantage of a situation and make you do what they wanted you to do. So the way that I'm feeling the Ace of Swords for you guys is like somebody's like putting this thing in your face and you're grabbing it and you're pushing it back and you're saying, no, this is the way we're going to do it. Right? And like they can't hurt you. They can't hurt you, or like you have this power over it. Very interesting vibe. I've never gotten that feeling before from the Ace of Swords. But I feel someone's kind of like putting something in your face, or like they're trying to impose their will upon you, and you're having this epiphany where you're like, no, that's not it at all. That's not how we're gonna do it at all. And so I feel like it's coming in at the perfect time. Perfect solution, perfect idea coming in for the perfect time. For some of you, it might even be connected with coming up with money for something. Moving around something to come up with funding or finances or to pay an expense or pay a bill. You're coming up with a very brilliant idea. The next card that's coming up here for Leo is the Seven of Wands. Very interesting because Seven of Wands is a card that for me comes up to say stand your ground. Right? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep moving forward. You don't have to convince anybody that you're right. You don't have to convert anybody over to your way of thinking. Be cautious and be aware of who's trying to have discussions with you, because they might be acting like they want to help you or they want to help figure things out, but really they're looking to argue. They're not here to have an open discussion. They're here to push their agenda. And so Spirit is saying, don't get caught up in it. Be aware, like in work situations, there could be people that are trying to talk to you or start something with you because they want to get a certain reaction out of you, and then later on they can say, oh my gosh, did you see how Leo yelled at me? Oh my gosh, did you see how Leo gave me an attitude? I told you Leo had a temper. I told you Leo was, you know, like kind of weird. And like they're creating the situation. They're aggravating you, they're poking you, but then when you react, it's like, oh my god, look what Leo did to me, you know? So just be aware and be cautious and stay away from these people. Don't feel like you have to defend yourself or give an answer. Just simply don't engage and keep doing what you're doing. Don't allow these people to take your time, your focus, your energy, and don't allow them to distract you and slow you down. Just keep moving forward, stand your ground, have that firm boundary without having to fight, without having to argue, just simply by being in your space and claiming your space. The next card that's coming in for Leo is the Empress, and this is a major arcana card. Major arcana cards are going to come up when we're coming into a significant new chapter, a significant, defining moment in our life. And so these are energies that are going to be around for a while. Even though I'm setting the intention to read for this week, the major arcana cards tell us this energy is going to be around for a while. The Empress is associated with Libra and Taurus energies, feminine energies. You may be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. If you have a Libra or Taurus placement, there could be big changes and shifts happening for you in that area of your life. The Empress is seen as a maternal, fertile, loving, beautiful, divine, feminine energy. Okay? And she answers to nobody on earth. There's nobody above her but God in heaven and the celestial bodies. So very independent energy as well. Very respected, very creative, very prolific. She is sometimes associated with business, high levels of business or self-employment or creativity, motherhood, fertile energy. Some of you may be manifesting a sense of family, and some of you may be connecting with your maternal ancestors. Sometimes the Empress can be a mother figure or a mom who's passed on, maybe coming to us in dreams with guidance, with information, with healing, or helping us in our path or in our process. This is divine feminine energy. You may be stepping into divine feminine energy, and you may be calling and attracting divine feminine energy into your life. Empress here is giving me a sense or a feeling of independence, however, right? Independence without a warlike way. Just, again, like, this is your birthright. This is how it's going to be. This is what you deserve. So I feel, Leo, that like somebody is coming at you and pushing something on you, but you're getting out from under it without fighting, without arguing, without feeling like you got to go to war. And maybe that's been a cycle that a lot of you have experienced. Maybe life has been very much an uphill battle, and you've had to fight your way through things. And you're like, nope, I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm not interested in fighting. I don't have the time for it. I don't have the energy for it. I'm just going to have really good boundaries, and I'm just going to stick to my path, and that's it, right? I don't have anything to prove to anybody, and I'm going to take my power back. I'm going to be in my power, and I'm going to be respectful towards others, and they're going to be respectful towards me. But I don't have to defend myself. I don't have to, prove myself. I'm just going to do what I'm doing. And in this way, you're claiming your power. You're claiming respect. You're coming into creativity. You're coming into positive results and outcomes. Your next card coming up here for you, Leo, is the Page of Swords. Okay, so pages are the court cards, and can typically in tarot be seen as people coming into a situation. And I know a lot of people are used to watching tarot for love and romance on my channel. I do love and romance separately. Love videos for November linked in the description. So I try to focus on you and your path. Some of you could be dealing with a younger air sign person, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you have an air sign placement, again, you might be focusing on those areas of your life. But the Page of Swords can be the gathering of information, like doing your homework, doing your research. What are you putting out there? What do you need to do? What do you need to come up with? So some of you might be looking in terms of establishing a business or relocating, and you're maybe checking out territories and what needs to be done, and permits and costs, and opportunities, and what things might be like in certain places. So some of you might be preparing to travel, or going through and looking at places for like a brick and mortar location, or to move somewhere, or to get a feel or a vibe for a certain neighborhood or community. Page of Swords for me can also indicate that you're finding yourself in situations where you're being pushed to speak up. There can be an unblocking of the throat chakra when I see the Page of Swords. And I feel some of you, it's not necessarily speaking up in terms of standing up for yourself, but you're like, man, I've been through so many challenges. I've come such a far way. And I feel like some of you are wanting to teach, like putting together like some kind of a master class or a workshop, or do like motivational speaking or speaking at events. And I feel like a lot of you are wanting to reach out to young people and help young people with your story. You may be feeling very driven and very moved to even be doing writing or journaling. And I feel like a lot of you are processing a lot and healing as you're going through that process. And as a result, going to be able to help a lot of other people that you're going to touch in the future moving forward. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those are going to resonate for you more than your sun sign did. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can definitely schedule a private reading with me there. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful week ahead. Take care, Leo.